They'll probably say, where exactly are you going with this? I see you really trying to take it there. Old school flows chew you out, ain't fair. Jordan.
Yo, what up YouTube? It's your boy Another Zod back at you. Ya saben, buenas noches a todos. Once again, I'm back. I took a few days off like always, you know, basically to reflect on a lot of shit. For a lot of us who don't see it, there's a lot of shit that happens on the street that you can't really come on the internet and talk about. There's a lot of shit that comes out here. It's like, you know, you gotta constantly apply that pressure and refrain from responding to certain cats. And that's the whole thing about this video, just to clarify something for a lot of us that got a misunderstanding exactly, or misconception exactly what this shit consists of. You know what I mean? And the whole thing is about beef. See, beef to me is never handled on the internet. I might say something and respond to certain cats, and that's basically just to acknowledge them for a second and brush them to the side. Because in all actuality, like I say in a lot of videos, if the energy in person ain't the same, or you ain't physically out there looking for me to try to see where that energy at, I don't even sweat it. I just take it kind of like, you know, dust off my shoulders. For a lot of us that are right now chasing that fame, I got like, what, almost 17,000 subscribers, and people see that as like, oh shit, it's amazing. To me, I see it as a gracias for everybody that comes to the channel and view, but for the most part, it's just, I'm still gonna be me, Blackie, after the 17,000 no longer exists. But the whole thing I wanted to talk about, I'm gonna get into right now. But shout out to L2R, shout out to King Squad TV, shout out to Young Dopey, shout out to Bozo Band, shout out to Ramirez, shout out to Young Nitty, I think it is, or Young Gritty, one of them. Sorry about that. Shout out to Bay Recon, for all the people we did a live reaction to. That a lot of people were not feeling some type of way, but I guess they felt like we didn't do a good lineup or enough in that lineup. But we basically put who we thought, and that if you want to see more, you know, at K2 Zod and Boss Savvy, go there and put in your comment and run it up, and we will do another shit with homies, you know what I mean? But that's besides the point. Oh, and also got some, I wanted to interview that one guy, Felony Muscles, because I just like the way he came off. He's just no nonsense, straight to the point, and that's exactly how I shoot it, straight to the point. So I'm going to interview him. I got one coming with a sangre. For the people that understand Spanish, he's a blood, but he's Mexicano, so I got something coming with him. I also got something coming with a white dude that bangs crip, you know what I mean? So yeah, I'm gonna interview a few people, but to try to expand my, you know, my platform, because, you know, after a while people get played out on what I say. But let me get into what I want to talk about, and that's basically this. Zod don't beef with nobody on the internet. I'm not beefing with nobody. You gotta cut a couple of rameras that, you know, they like to say things on the side. But like I said, in every video, these watchers do not got the same energy. One, I gave you an opportunity to get at your homeboy so we can run that. You chose not to go that route. In fact, you got real quiet after that. Another watcher supposedly sneak dissed me. Well, he kind of dissed me, but then wanted to downplay it. But then when I try to give him that energy, you're hoping I didn't bully you. So I left that alone, dog. But then I hear some fool try to sneak diss me again, and it just never ends. It's like, you got all these watchers that see 17,000 subscribers, because I will be there. You see watchers that see 17,000 subscribers and just feel like they need to come from my head. But if physically they're not trying to come from my head, they'll come from me on the internet. But the whole reason I made this video is just to tell watchers I'm not beefing with nobody on the internet. People that do shit like that outside of rap, because I'm not a rapper. Anybody that does that, mostly rappers, and you know they got their little beefs, you know what I mean, to make their album sales or whatever, hype shit up. I don't do that. And at the end of the day, I don't beef with nobody on the internet. And the reason I'll tell you that that's the right thing to do is not to beef with certain cats that do this on the internet. Because say like this, say if somebody happened to get killed in the process. Not me, but say like if anybody I was beefing with, say he got knocked down, straight off the back, they're gonna come to me. That's just how it is. They're gonna come to the fool they think got the most motive. And if it ain't lining up, you can't always prepare for that. It's not like you can be at a house or whatever and everybody's seeing you, and then, you know, so they can vouch for you. You don't never know when shit is gonna happen or if anything's gonna happen. So it's best to refrain from saying anything. Some people ask me why I don't respond to certain cats that feel as if they got an issue. See, and I have off the internet, but Vatos don't have that same energy, so I leave it alone. You know what I mean? Whatever Vatos do for the internet in order to get major views or whatever, they do for the internet. Because a lot of these Vatos in real life, I can tell you for a fact, are not pushing that same line. But this whole video is not to boast about how I can break a fool down. It's just to tell you that I ain't beefing with nobody on the internet. When you do shit like that, it's like I tell homies all the time, like, you know, even though they be on my side and they'll be at about to like, yeah, you can get this, you can get that. I just tell them refrain from doing it because it's not that hard for people to find out. And I would hate for somebody to get busted for something, you know, basically defending me from a lane. You know what I mean? Because the fool that's woofing ain't gonna have that same energy. So I try to keep watching from, you know, going that route. Now, if it was that serious, I mean, it would be that serious, but I don't trip on it. I don't beef with nobody on the internet. Let me just clarify that once again. So anybody that sneak this to me and ain't got the same energy in person, you're irrelevant. You know what I mean? You're just an average cholo. You know what I'm saying? You're just an average cholo. Nobody really cares about you. And obviously you still chasing my numbers and it just ain't happening. You know what I mean? It's just the way it is. A lot of us want that real. So you either keep it 100% or you don't. And a lot of you watchers that got these channels and you're trying to come up off my name, you're not keeping 100%. Either you're against gangs or you're not. Either you want to be ultra positive or you're not. See, when I came out, I told people straight out, I'm on some positive shit, but I'm not going to water it down. You're never going to bitch me out. I'm never going to be one of them fools that fold because, you know, I'm feeling that I should refrain from doing. No. Push me in person, I'll push back. Plain and simple. And that's just as a man. If you push a man and he don't do nothing back, then he's not a man. If you push me in person, and I'm not talking about physically push me, but if you try to run line on me, I'm gonna give you that energy straight back, and that's just the way it is. But as far as me beefing with anybody on the internet, I'm not. I don't even acknowledge you. You're just one of those cats that just like kind of, well, you know. Alright, I'm back. Anyways, I had to do that because I started getting a little turned up and then I don't want to be saying certain things because like I said, I don't want to be wolfing on the internet as some little lame ass fool that feel as if he got some issue with me. But like I said, I'm just going to break this down real quick for the ones that don't understand exactly what I mean by I'm not beefing with nobody. It's just some of these cats, you know, they try to use my name in order to gain something off of, like, I swear, like, it's kind of funny because Vato will say my name as if I'm like some, not a god, but like if I'm somebody that's just super important. All I am is basically like another camarada that just, you know, got a YouTube channel. Say certain things, keep certain things to myself. People might feel like my interviews are not as detailed, but that's you know what we call that? That's just good teaching. That's klesha. Because at the end of the day, there's certain things that we just can't say, won't do for popularity. You got some of these voices on the internet that'll sell their soul, their mom, and everybody else. Like, look, I'm going to tell you one thing. I don't give a fuck how good I can make an interview. When it comes down to certain things about close people to me, like, you might get the shit like beefing with my Theo and all that. But as far as like close shit that I know could paint a negative light on a negative light on some of my family members or some, I'm gonna refrain from saying that. Like, I can go into details about certain things. I mean, I grew up hood. Most of my family, well, not most of them, but a lot of them been to prison a lot of times. Some have had life, some got life right now, they ain't never getting out. But I don't need to go into detail about it because I'm not looking for that type of attention. And a lot of these bots are looking for that type of attention, and kudos to them. If you do an interview and your shit is positive because, you know, you sound like you're telling on everybody and their mom, then, you know, kudos to you. That's how you get down. But understand, there's always consequences to your action. I'm never gonna put too much out there that can come back and bite me in my ass. And for the people that don't understand it and don't like that, that's just your problem. It's called klesha. We get that shit. You've been getting klesha since a little kid. When you first get in your vodka, I don't give a fuck what nobody say. When you first get in your vodka, you're already getting klesha. So when you get to a certain age, you already know what time it is when you do hit the pin. Because if you really out there gangbanging like that, 9 times out of 10, you're gonna hit the pin. And for the lot that's talking about, yeah, this fool said something about warring with these lots and warring with, if we weren't warring with you, then keep your mouth shut. Obviously, none of my homies have died by the enemigas, and that's just the way it is. It's not boasting, it's just fucking facts. Understand it. Let's Google that shit, Sun Valley, Solon Park. None of my homies have died by anybody. It's just the way it is. Sorry if I'm salivating, that's that coffee. But yeah, this, like I said, this ain't one of those videos that are boasting. I will be coming out with other videos, but this is just basically to clarify, because I feel like sometimes people put this negative energy out there in the ether, and like I said, you never know who's watching. A lot of times there be cops on these channels, they be paying attention, and like I said, anybody can get got. So it's just like supposedly these fools that are supposedly beefing with me are creating this shit in the industry, or not industry, but creating this shit online as if I'm beefing with them. That shit only looks bad. Like if you know, somebody did slide through and knock his fucking noodles loose, you know what I'm saying? That shit's coming back on me. I just, you know what I'm saying, with the attempted murder that I did have, that's the same exact shit. They already knew because another fool had got shot before. You know what I'm saying? That's just what happens, you know what I mean, when you out there doing your thing. So for the ones that say I got beef with them, understand I have absolutely no beef. I don't know you, don't care about you. If the energy, like I said, ain't the same in person, you're irrelevant as vato. Some of you, like I said, are an average cholo. Other than that, you want to enjoy the rest of your night. I will be coming something hopefully more positive and a broader look on other areas. And on that note, you want to enjoy the rest of your night. I'm Zod, and I am out.
I hop on the beat and you know I'ma kill it. My nigga lose schools, you know that they drilling. I run on my money.
Kneel before Zod!